Yeah, I know.
What's up, guys? So,
right on the bed too.
just want to talk about. Hold on. Just want to talk about right now how Fable 2 is one of the most important games ever made. Ever. And I just want to point out a few things of what makes this game so special for its time and how it really helped evolve and move along gaming. And so let's get started. There's just a couple things I want to point out. Very seminal, very pivotal, important things that it did for gaming. The art style is just gorgeous. Now, first of all, this was the first game ever to have individually designed leaves on the trees that all dynamically blew on the wind in different directions. The same goes for the grass, for the flowers, for everything, all the vegetation. This was the first game ever to have individually designed vegetation, leaves and vegetation. And that's honestly really, really fucking cool. There's no other game that did that before this. And that's just really, really fucking cool. I mean, it was also, of course, one of the first games to have just, you know, moving through plants and vegetation and having it move realistically with the physics to moving through it. This game, just in general, when it came out, was really ahead in the physics department. And I think it just deserves a lot more recognition for that. I think it just really was kind of ahead of its time when it came out doing these things, and I don't really think it gets the praise it deserves for doing that. Now let's go ahead and head to town, and I can talk about a few other things. The Bowerstone Market. While we're doing this, may as well point out the glaring flaw of Fable 2. The load times were probably the worst part about this game, which is just another reason why this game so badly needs a PC remaster and why it needs to happen. I mean, people would fucking lose their minds if this game had a PC remaster. Like, it would fix a lot of the FOV issues that the short rendering distance that this game has, which is another one of its faults. It kind of makes the game look a little less beautiful than it should, especially with just how beautiful the art style is in general. Now, people give Red Dead Redemption 2 and games like that, like all this praise of like, oh, look at the dynamic world and all that, but this was truly the first real 3D open world RPG where everybody in the world reacted to everything that you did. Every story beat that you go along in, every time you get a haircut or change your clothes, everybody or when you give a gift to people, whatever it may be. This was the first game where everyone in the world reacted to what you did. And I think that doesn't get enough credit either. It was really the first truly reactive and dynamic world like that. I mean, save for maybe like some early CRPGs like Torment or something like that, but still, I mean, this was the first real-time game where the world was completely reactive to what you were doing, and that I think that doesn't really get enough credit. I mean, this game just really had a lot of forward thinking in it that games don't really have anymore, like just being able to buy whatever property I want, buy this pie stand, just buy all these different stalls, buy these houses, buy whatever houses I want, marry who I want, be as promiscuous as I want. Games really, especially RPGs, just really don't do this anymore. And I think these are awesome ideas that need to be brought back again. And again, I just don't think the game got as much credit as it deserved for doing these things so ahead of its time. I mean, this game came out in 2008, you know, and it was doing these crazy forward-thinking things that we just don't see anymore, really, like all this reactiveness and buying property and you know, all these things that I just mentioned. just so much liberty for the player to do pretty much whatever. I mean, again, I could like kill all of these people if I wanted to. It gives you that much liberty. I could kill all these NPCs, you know, except for obviously the kids. So yeah, I mean, I just wanted to point those things out. I just wanted to remind people of how amazing this game is, because it really was ahead of its time in just so many different ways, and we deserve a fucking PC remaster so badly, because this is just such a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful, beautiful RPG. So that's really it, guys. Just wanted to point out those few things of how ahead of its time it was, and what it did for RPGs and games as a whole, and the technology of last gen and how it evolved. Thanks for checking out the video, guys. Peace.